right. Hello, everyone. Greetings. Thank you all for showing up here tonight. We have Santos back in the building. He is going to explain some really interesting, disturbing, but what can I say, eye-opening information for us today. I know we said that we were going to come back for the eclipse, but as you see, the eclipse has gone and passed. No, you did not get your rapture that you thought that you were going to physically see with your eyes, but we are going to show you tonight that things still definitely happened during that eclipse that we just could not perceive in our reality. Santos, I wanted to show you something. We have been super distracted with the mainstream media. Um, as of, let's see here, let me share my screen because I want to show you guys this, and then I'm just going to let Santos just blow you guys mind. Um, on, let's see here, on March 24th, we see that it says the American betrayal of Israel. The suggestion that Israel is no better than Hamas. You know, this is what America basically turned their back on Israel, basically for the first time in history. They had a meeting where they decided that they just weren't going to weigh into it at all in regards to the ceasefire and what have you. And this all happened on March 24th. Okay.
My birthday. My birthday. Thank you very much.
That's right, on your birthday. That's right. Can you dig it, Santos?
Which which was the 25th was a partial lunar eclipse. So the 20 my birthday kicked everything off, and then April the 8th, and everything we're going to discuss is all Aries themes, all of them.
That's right. That's right. So let me show you what your media did to you while America, for the first time in history, turned their back on Israel. Now, let me show you what they all seduced you all with. They seduced, and remember, I want you to remember that that date was on Santos's birthday, March 24th. Okay. Then the media decided to seduce you all with this garbage. P. Diddy gets raided on March 25th. So all of you have been inundated for 3 whole weeks talking about P. Diddy and all of these parties that he's had and all of these children that he's touched and all of these women and men who he's enslaved with all of his sexual, demonic, uh, satanic rituals, what have you, in this industry that we are all completely fully aware of that goes on in Hollywood and the music industry. We know that these things happen, but somehow this raid that took place took military forces and everything. All the while, people have no idea that America turned their back on Israel on Santos's birthday, March 24th. This is the beginning of a holy war.
It's fake.
It's so Santos, I'm gonna let you take it away from there, brother.
Okay. So that's your big discovery, right?
Well, no, actually, it's not. I have something that's going to blow you guys' mind, but I just found it today, and I want to make sure it's all checks out and everything is perfect, and then it's going to blow your mind. But all of this, guys, is scripted. That's why the Bible has scriptures. We are in a simulation, and the biblical texts are all a part of the simulation. So we need you guys to understand that when religion couldn't be honest anymore, they created art. The art became the truth. Santana and I have revealed so many pieces of masterworks that are worth multi-millions of dollars, hundreds of millions of dollars, and showed you what the true meaning is in the decoding. If you don't know, then please go back in our older videos and look. We've shown the Ukrainian war. We've shown the Bin Laden assassination. We've shown 9/11, and I'm Burj Khalifa in 2029, which is expected to blow. So the next piece of art that I show you is going to coincide exactly with what we're talking about right now. So I'm gonna let Santos lay this all out, and then I'll come back maybe in a couple days after I'm done with the piece of artwork, because it's always in the art.
Okay. Okay. So let's see, where did I put that little clip? Anyway, I was looking at the stars on the 8th, and you remember in the video I did with you, if people go onto my channel, Syncretism, go back a week or so, there's a video where I spoke about the possibility of a jihad, a holy war, because Aries is it's the priest. In Greek, the lamb Aries is called krios, and it gives us the word critique, critical, and judge. Krios means to judge. Aries judges. See, if you go back to, I'll share my screen. If you go back to my Odyssey channel, I'm gonna do a call out to people right now. If anyone remembers the 3-part video I did about Judgment Day, the 23rd. Let me just share my present, share screen. All right, entire screen. So here I am. Can you see my BitChute Odyssey channel?
Okay, I'm sharing now. And we can see it.
All right, people. Yeah, so around 7 months ago, I also said that something would happen with Israel. And I didn't say it would be a jihad, but I suggested that Libra, opposite Aries, where the eclipse happened, would lead to something to do with Israel. And lo and behold, on the 7th of October, the war began. But it wasn't a holy war, it's a secular war, because Libra is secular for them. That's where they start their secular year. So, but I knew that the jihad would begin with this great eclipse, and it did. It happened. Iran started bombing on the 13th and the 14th. But 2 days prior to that, I messaged you and told you that the jihad would begin on the 11th. Okay?
Yes, you did.
You know what? Santos, we don't believe you. So we're going to play your message that you sent just to make sure for all the people saying, the naysayers, let's play the message that you sent prior to this.
Yes. So Santos, you want me to play the message right now so everyone can hear for themselves?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this is the message that Santos sent me on April 6th. April 6th. Okay? All right, here you go.
Okay, Albert Pike in the 1800s predicted the First World War would be against Germany and Bolshevism would begin. The Second World War would be against Germany and create a Cold War. The Third World War would be Muslims against Jews. Now the build-up for the last 10 years has been to get Muslims into as many Western countries as possible. And the Jews did start the war in October, but that was a secular war. There was no jihad. There was no response from the Muslims. Egypt, Iran, all of these Muslim countries, they could easily turn around and say, well, we outnumber you, we're going to squash you. But they don't. They're waiting for the jihad to be. And it will be today. Whether it's public or not, it doesn't matter. Behind the scenes, today will be the day. I can explain astrologically why. Okay, I can explain that. For a start, is retrograding and both on 22 degrees today. I'll send you that chart. Today, 22. That's not good. It's good and it's not good. But it's going to be a holy war. We had the secular war. It's been going for 6 months. It's going to be upgraded to a holy war. Albert Blake said it, and there will be a war. Muslims and Jews, and they will kill each other. They will destroy each other. Everything will be destroyed.
Okay, you heard it from the horse's mouth. Santos loves horses. So go on. So we can because I just love the fact that you are so on top of things. So go on.
Didn't you have a message earlier? I said something else that was more pertinent.
More pertinent?
Yeah, the other message. The other message.
That was the same. It was the same one.
On the 9th of April, I sent you another message and a text telling you that the jihad would begin on the 11th of April. Because Mercury and the Sun are in Aries, 22 degrees together, Mercury retrograding on the 22nd degree of Aries, which is a very dangerous, dangerous, dangerous degree.
So let me do this. I'm going to email you. I'm going to email myself this screenshot that you sent. Let me send.
Hang on. Am I still sharing the screen? Because I can show people. Oh, here it is, guys. Can you see my screen?
I'm getting ready to put it right back up. There you go. Perfect.
Okay, so this is Tuesday. Wow, this is 2 days before Thursday,
right?
Which was the 11th, and then 2 days after that, the strikes began. So this is what I said. April the 11th will be a big day, the start of jihad. Right. Why did I say that? Well, there's got to be a reason astrologically. I'm not pretending to be Daniel or any of the great astrologers in the Bible. Daniel was an astrologer. Astrology does all the speaking. Okay, so you can only be guessing.
Mm-hmm.
It's like hey.
Shut your mouth, Daniel.
He said, "Shut your mouth, Daniel."
It's a Bible reference.
It's a Bible reference. It's a Bible reference.
Right. So it's like the astrologer when Constantine the Great he left from York, England, to conquer Rome, and Maxentius, he was already the emperor of Rome, and so Rome was happy. But Julius Caesar, by now, he knew that he was going to be the emperor. So he starts off from England, goes through Gaul, and then he crosses the Rubicon. And then he surrounds Rome. And so Maxentius grabs his astrologer and says, "Who's going to win?" And the astrologer looked and he said, "The emperor who is loyal and faithful and loves Rome will win." So Maxentius, he thought, right, well, that's me.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't, because on the Milvian Bridge, there was a great slaughter, and Julius Caesar just walked into Rome, and Maxentius was murdered, butchered in the Tiber River. There was blood. It was all blood, 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 blood. So was the astrologer wrong? Was the astrologer right? It's in the stars. The stars are orchestrating everything. It's a simulation, and the stars are actually the projectors. So all I can do in my limited astrological knowledge and wisdom is tell you what it tells me. So where was I going? So let's perhaps we're still sharing screen, right? So yep. First of all, please, anyone out there who recorded these three, for some reason, part one. Now look at this. This is a call out to people. Please share my screen right now. for some reason, this was supposed to be a Judgment Day, Atonement Day, 239, the 23rd of September, big day. Now, for some reason, of that hour that I did on the whiteboard, it's gone. Look, there's only 2 minutes. Now, through all my social media, the only one that lasted was the last part, which is here. See this? So Judgment Day 1, 2, 3, and 4. If someone knows how to retrieve that, please. There's vital clues as to what's going on right now. And it began in October last year when I made this video. And here I am. Unfortunately, I don't have it all. But I did have my whiteboard.
So that's the fall. And then so Judgment Day is here. Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah, the Festival of Tabernacles. This is going to be a big one. Whatever happens, I don't know. But I just looked at the astrology. The sun, of course, is going to be here, right here. But guess where the moon's going to be? Right here, guys. On the cusp of Sagittarius and Capricorn. Let's get rid of Tishri. And let's put here, so that's Capricorn. And that's Virgo and Libra. Saturn exalts in Libra. If you are an astrologer, you will know what that means. It's very important. Saturn is like the boss in Libra because Saturn's cold and winter begins. The cold, this is the winter. This is the spring, summer, fall, winter. And if it's a 24-hour clock again, it's also the day. It's a 24-hour clock. Midday, 6 a.m.
PM.
Midnight, 6 p.m., midnight, 6 a.m. So obviously you've got daytime, darkness. Saturn is the ruler of darkness. Here, the sun exalts. This is the symbol for the sun in astrology. This is the symbol for Saturn. Horus and Set. The sun exalts in Aries and starts the beautiful daylight. This is the night time where Satan begins. He exalts in the night time. This is a 24-hour clock. This is the year. It's also the human body, but we won't go into that. You'll know this from, of course, we celebrate.
Anyway, in here, guys, I explained that because the war started over here, in October, and now the Muslims in their Ramadan, very important. Aries is very important for Ramadan, especially Aries through Cancer. And that's the Muslims slaughter about, I think, 6 or 7 million lambs in Easter during the transit of the sun going through Aries. They slaughter and prepare for the spring. They slaughter and eat millions and millions and millions of lambs. So this is their sacrifice. Iran has started the jihad. Why did it start 2 days after I said it would? Well, let's have a look at this, shall we? Let's go and have a look at, anyone can do this. This is called astrotheme.com. Just click on this little wheel here, and you've got everything you need. All right. You can go forward 4 minutes, an hour, or backwards. You can go forward and backwards, which is great. So let's first of all set the date for the 11th and see what happened on the 11th of April. Yeah, New York will do. Let's make it about 3 in the afternoon. Click next. And then click next again. Always remember, click next again, because you see it's still not April the 11th here. So it tricks you. You have to press this again. Second click. And now we've got April the 11th. And look what we've got. We've got, on April the 11th, I saw this coming. This was 3 days after the eclipse. And the Mercury retrograding is not good news. There was a secret meeting held behind doors, and it will go back to the 11th of April, where Iran decided 2 days later that it would strike and start the jihad. Rest assured, World War III, as Albert Pike said, would be against Muslims and Jews. The Jews started it, you could say, in their secular month. Now it's going to be a holy war. So let's go forward 2 days, 24 hours. Click forward. We're going to go to the 13th when the strikes happened. There you go. You can see the sun is already pulling away from Mercury, 23 degrees to 21. So no more 22 degrees. That was yesterday. Okay, now let's go to
The 13th.
the 13th. Well, first thing you'll notice is that the two malefics, Mars and Saturn, are right on each other, bad. Chiron, the wounder, the attacker, is conjunct Mercury retrograding. Mercury is applying retrogressively, is applying to Chiron, the wounder. Now, but this is the day, the 13th, when the strikes began. Bang! You've got these two.
And all you guys know about 13 and all the work that Santana and I have done on 13. 13 is blood sacrifice. You see, the Santos proved that 11 was that portal day that ushered in the energy for that blood sacrifice on the 13th. The numbers don't lie, and neither do the stars.
And the moon entered Cancer, which is squaring Aries, Venus, who falls in Aries. So this square, Venus could not save the day. Neither could Jupiter, the other benefic, the greater benefic, because he's conjunct Uranus, and they both pretty well. Uranus does not like Taurus because that's where he falls. So Jupiter couldn't help; his hands are tied. Venus can't help in Aries because Venus in Aries is falling. But the moon in Cancer, she's in her domicile, and this is more or less the 4th house, which is death. So this was the signal of death. Let's go to today. We're on the 15th. Let's go forward here. Click forward 24 hours. There you can see the sun's on the 25th degree. Lovely. Let's go forward 15. To the 15th.
Mm-hmm.
Whoops.
Oh, that's 16.
It was still thinking, and I double-clicked. Okay. Well, here we go, guys. Right on today, Chiron and Mercury retrograding. Mercury retrograding is very, very malicious, very, very deceitful, very, very cruel, and all communications just get screwed up and everything. No peace when Mercury is retrograding. You don't have peace talks when Mercury is retrograding. You don't plan a trip when Mercury is retrograding. You don't travel when Mercury is retrograding. You don't take risks on the stock market when Mercury, merchandise, mercenary, commerce, Mercury is retrograding. You don't do any of that stuff. For 3 weeks, 21 days, when Mercury is retrograding, it's hell on earth. I've noticed this for the last 20 years since I've been an astrologer, a competent astrologer. Mercury has always hurt me, always, when retrograding. So this is where the maliciousness is coming from. Mercury is two-faced, especially when he's retrograding. So the Jews and the Muslims, they would have the heads of state and the Muslims and the heads of the churches, the corporate churches, of course, not real Islam and Judaism, which is a beautiful system, both of them. And I love them very much. Islam, Bismillah al-Rahman al-Rahim, Inshallah, and Shalom. May the Jews, the Ashkenazi Jews, and all the beautiful people, children of God, live forever. But this will be Albert Pike's Third World War, sweethearts. It's on.
Yeah. Yeah. It's quite evident that it's on. And, you know, it's been a whole buildup. And I remember, see, and I don't have the video because I only had the YouTube link, because I remember we were talking about this when September 23rd was coming. And I remember these videos so vividly because we talked about it after the attack on October 7th. And, you know, you were explaining to me that just because it may not be the exact date that what you're seeing in the astrology, it doesn't mean that it's not a part of it and it's not happening. And I was telling you that, listen, you don't need to explain that to me. I know how energy works because it's all energy. And there's portals and doors that have to be let open for these things to happen. I mean, do you guys think that it's a coincidence that the distraction that they gave you all to make you not see what was happening with Iran, the distraction that they gave you was that piece of shit P. Diddy. And then what? How many days later did OJ Simpson die? Okay, because they're transferring energy, guys. Okay, when they said that Puffy was trying to flee off to Africa and people were saying that he was trying to escape, he wasn't trying to escape. Just like OJ wasn't being chased in the white Bronco. This is all for you. This is all for entertainment purposes. What Santos is showing you right now is something that everyone needs to pay attention to. Jihad, when this gets announced, you guys are going to have to go back to this video and say, oh shit, Santos showed us astrologically how this was going to happen. So I've been on the edge of my seat ever since I've been looking into this more and more. I've had kind of like a build up in me ever since you told me on the 6th of April that the 11th was going to be it. And then the 13th, when they actually did the blood sacrifice, I was like, holy shit.
But you do have an audio clip where I told you the jihad will not begin on the 11th. The meeting behind closed doors, it will begin. Remember, I said it will begin within days after the 11th.
Mm-hmm. No, in the message that I played, you said it may not be on the exact date. It did. You said that, and I was saying that it's definitely spot on, and it actually did happen on the 11th. That energy was being sent through that portal. Definitely was happening. You just could not see it, just like people could not see what happened during the eclipse, because everybody was seduced by people coming out with all these videos talking about it was going to be a rapture and you were going to see people starting to ascend and all of this bullshit. You know, this is why people were so disappointed and they did not receive the energy that came. I hope that everybody laid outside to receive that information, because that was for you. That was from God. That energy that comes from those eclipses belongs to you. So you needed to receive it and not look for these superficial ideas that people are putting into your head. So, Santos, what else you got for us? Because I'm just, what should we be expecting? I mean, Iran attacking is a really big deal, and this is the thing. I was talking to you about this the other day. You know, we see that Putin has a lot of interest and is financing and giving food and military weapons and everything to all these different countries in Africa, where people have come in and thrown out the French and who's the other country that they've thrown? Is it just the French that they've thrown out of Africa? It's mainly the French, but they're getting a bunch of white people out of Africa. Just put it there, and the U.S. So the thing that kind of like shook me with what Santos said about the jihad was the fact that the people who have overthrown these countries and kicked those French people out are Muslim. So Putin is getting in bed with all of these countries And for anybody who thinks that Putin is, whatever, and a rock star and all that stuff, keep it that way. That's exactly what it is. He's a rock star. He's an actor. He's an actor, just like the rest of them. Just like the rest of them. That's why he is just basically lockstep with everybody else. He also has a cancer vaccine that he is promoting as well, guys, just to let you know. So I'm not going to go down the whole vaccine spiel because I don't want YouTube to dox this video, but I'm just saying, Putin's not our friend either. But it did make me think more as to why he has become so involved in making sure that these countries with these Muslim leaders have the military power that they need. What are your thoughts about that, Santos?
Yep, makes sense. No, they're all actors. They're all actors. On the day of the eclipse, on the 8th, I'm in Mexico, southern Mexico. I could see half of the sun occulted. I could see the eclipse in Mexico, and I was watching it with my eyes. I just was watching it, and I filmed it. I've got.
Me too. I live streamed it.
Did I send it to you?
No, but I live streamed the sun from here in Veracruz.
Oh yeah. Okay.
The whole time. Yeah, I did too.
Okay. Well, I was mainly just looking at it with my eyes. I mean, this stuff about being scared about the eclipses and stuff like that. Well, maybe it has hurt people, but those people.
Exactly.
They're not accustomed to looking at the sun. I've been staring at the sun for 20 years. I've been a solar gazer for 20 years. I can look up at the sun. It's 120 degrees midday. I can look straight up at the sun and look at it for 5 minutes with my eyes wide open. Anytime the sun is there, I look at it with my eyes. So...
Well, it's only supposed to be a brief moment when the separation of the moon and the sun takes place, and just that big glare that pops out, right? And it's only a couple of seconds, if that is supposedly the time when it can hurt people's eyes. So it's not the whole time. People, please sun gaze. It's important. Please. And moon gaze. Moon gaze as well. You need to get the melatonin from the moon. It's going to help you sleep better.
Yeah, see, people don't realize, not even Christians, the moon is an archangel, the sun is an archangel, Jupiter is an archangel, Saturn is an archangel, Archangel Ariel, Mars is Archangel Samael, and I've always been called Sam since I was a little boy. Samael, Aries, Mars, Iron. Always. Sammy was my nickname. Sammy. Samael, Mars, my archangel. But really, I was born on a Sunday, so my archangel is the sun, Saint Michael.
Yeah. Yep. Archangel Michael is supposed to be my guardian angel. And you want to know something crazy? Archangel Ariel is Santana's. How crazy is that? How crazy is that?
So all these materialistically dumbed down, educated people look up at the sun as if it's just a ball of hydrogen. Nothing holy about it at all. Nothing sacred. It is a kingdom of archangels. The sun is a kingdom. It's a realm. It's a place.
What's your thoughts about the sun projecting into basically portals, and that's what we're actually seeing? Like, we're not actually seeing the sun. What is because have you heard about that theory?
I've been teaching it for 10 years. So the rainbow is 7 colors. The sun is white. We know that the sun, white light projected through a prism, creates the rainbow. Therefore, the arched rainbow, if you condense that rainbow, it will become a white ball. So the sun, the winged 7-colored Quetzalcoatl, or as the Aborigines in Australia call it, the rainbow serpent, the sun. Quetzalcoatl, the dragon of the Chinese, it's the sun. And Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, that's the sun and the seven colors that help him. So when you see this, there's no rainbow that you can go and, you know, physically collect and put it in a suitcase and then, you know, and then just pop it out when you need it. But because it's not a physical thing, it's an apparition, it's a projection. The sun is just a condensed rainbow, which makes it so focal that it becomes a portal. It's a portal. Mm-hmm. And souls leave through the portal of the sun, just as souls come in through the portal of the moon. Menstruation, moon. So people don't realize that the moon and the sun came together on the April the 8th, and that was a portal.
That's right. And that is what Van Gogh was showing in Starry Night. He was showing, let me see if I can get the sun on here. These are portals, people. He didn't draw a ball. He did not draw these things. These are open portals. Everything is in the artwork. Everything. Religion couldn't stay honest. He had the artist come tell the truth. And as far as Van Gogh is concerned, there's 12 portals, as far as he's concerned. Now, I don't know how accurate that is, but I do know the sun being a portal is definitely accurate. It's physically impossible for the eclipse to take place the way that they're saying that they are, with the sun and the moon being this ball, just like the ball of Earth that we're living on. It's not possible, people. Come on. Think about it. Think about it. But it is perfectly possible if you have two round portals crossing each other. It's completely possible. Try to do it at home. You know, because these things are beyond our perception, and we can touch them, we take the word of NASA. People who we know lie. NASA means to lie. It means to lie.
I got a couple of questions in the chat. Y'all want to say some questions?
Okay, Santos. Santa said we got a couple of questions in the chat. Hit us up, Santana. What's the question?
Okay, Bell wants to ask Santos, what do you think about the 85-foot waves coming from Antarctica?
Okay, so Bell wants to know about, what do you know about the wave, the 80-foot wave that's supposed to be 85-foot wave coming from Antarctica? Do you know anything about that, Santos?
You mean in the Atlantic, Atlantic Ocean, just going up towards Europe?
It came from Antarctica on the day of the eclipse. Is it? Wait a minute. Is it that video you sent me? Okay, I sent you that video, Santos. The video I sent you. That's what they're talking about. Everybody's seen that video of that big mass that came from Antarctica. So, do you want to explain to? Because you explained that to me. You want to share with them what you explained to me about that?
Well, I'm not sure. Well, I'm not sure because I haven't seen the result of it. Is it still going?
Oh, okay. They're saying it's still going.
We'll see, but yeah, you can expect everything. I didn't see any degrees that would indicate any earthquakes. I don't see earthquakes here. This is all about Armageddon, jihad, the final war. This is the final culling, and they've got an excuse now. It's a holy war. It has to be upgraded to a holy because you can't do shit if it's not ecclesiastical. Everything is, I've proven this in all my videos over 15 years. Everything, when you go to court, policemen, everything is ecclesiastical. We are paying indulgences when we pay our parking fines, speeding fines, electricity bill. We are paying indulgences to the Inquisition. It is the Inquisition. The Vatican's controlling it. It's using the Jews against the Islams, just as Albert Pike predicted 150 years ago. And then they're going to destroy Christianity, and then there will be they want, the outcome will be atheism.
Well, Europe is halfway there. most of Europe's countries, they are atheists. When I was in Holland, they're all atheists. Yeah, that's already done over east. It's another question.
So Charlie K says she was messaging.
Oh yeah.
But they blocked her or something.
So Kelly K is in the chat. She said that she's reached out to you quite a few times, but they've blocked her. So what's the best way to get in contact with you?
Good. Okay, everybody listen. And by the way, can you edit this portion out and make a 5-minute video where I'm going to reach out to people and tell them my plans for how to get out there and how you can contact me, okay? Let's do this. So edit this part out because this is a call out to, okay, everyone who wants good syncretism and wants to know where I'm at and updates and everything like that, here's what we do. I've deliberately gotten myself off social media and I'm so happy that I've done it. I've finally found bliss in my life, true bliss, which is sustained and I never get depressed. And that's because, thank you, Facebook, for dumping my account and YouTube. Thank you. I did it deliberately. I planned it 6 months before. Everyone knows that. I made it public that I'm going to demonetize YouTube. I was making thousands. I was paying a quarter of it paid my rent, what I would make from YouTube alone. And I've got 20 other minor streams of income which keep me going. I did that deliberately. Fuck the money. Fuck your blood money, your pedophile blood money. So, and the history books will write that. So I don't want to be a prostitute with these whores. I use their platform to get syncretism to the world. Now it's all out there. I don't need them anymore because everyone else is doing the work for me. Everybody's promoting my work, even the haters. I don't pay them, but they make hate videos about me. Go ahead. All right, this is what you do, everybody. Listen up. My email number is music@santosbonacci.com. music@santos.net.au was stolen off me by the Australian government. They wanted me to have an ABN number, and I said, fuck you, I don't do jobs, bosses, or taxes. You don't tell me what to do, up your ass. So I still have music@santosbonacci.com. I have contact@universaltruthschool.com. That's my website. Please go to my website, buy my music, buy my graphics. Help me out, help me out. Here's the offer I'm going to make to the world. Join my Patreon for free because I'm going to start doing, hopefully, weekly 2-hour presentations with answers and questions for free, No catches. If you don't have any money, you're going to be on my Patreon account for free and you will get lectures there. Hopefully weekly, inshallah. And I'm going to be putting out the best syncretism privately on Patreon, where it will stay for a few months, then I'll put it on, say, the social media. But I want to look after the people who really love syncretism and who have got my back. So Patreon, join Patreon. Probably next week, I'm going to start doing lectures here with my whiteboard and churning out the best syncretism the world history has ever seen. So no catches, it's free. If you want to donate $1, if you like the lesson and you want to donate $1, go ahead and do so. You're not giving your money to Satan's world. You're putting it toward me helping people. Now, you know, without saying anything, Ariel and Santana, you know how much I help people with my money behind the scenes, don't you?
Absolutely.
How many of your friends have I helped?
Oh, you've helped at least four or five of my friends. Of just my friend. And guess what? This is the kicker. He's never even met my friends. I have friends that need help, and I just call Santos. He has no idea who these people are. And I tell him what's going on, and he says, okay, where do I send the money? Where do I do this? Where do I do that? 100% Santos, he is not about taking anybody's money, even though I feel that the information that he provides is life saving, and it literally could save your life. It could protect you from demonic energies. You can prepare for things that are coming that Santos has given us. So he could definitely be charging. I know that you see all of these people out here with all of these different streaming content people, and they have all of these fees, and they want you to join a membership, and they want you to do all these things. And the shit that they're giving, the bullshit that they're trying to get people to pay for, I mean, my 7-year-old could do this shit that they're doing. And Santos is giving it away for free. And yes, Santos does help so many people. And I am going to say it, Santos has helped my family, because Santos knows everything that me and my family have been through, and any opportunity that he can, especially when it comes to the kids. Santos is there. Like, Santos is legitimately like my kid's uncle. Seriously. Because he loves my kids, and he knows what happened to my kids, and he wants to recover them. So yeah, this is who he is. This is who he is. He does this because he loves it.
So I hooked you up with Adriana, who did a consultation. She's going to send you a whole bunch of goodies: human ivermectin, human fenbenzidol, the best vitamin C, which your children will take, 10,000 milligrams every day. It has acerola cherry in it, and it has rosehip in it. You're going to get, I saw the list, you're going to get about 10 products which will help your children. Yeah. And yeah, so those are the sort of things that that go on behind the scene.
People, yeah, and you guys, you have to also know that Santos is not, it's not just about Santos giving money. Santos is giving out resources. So people who are having health problems, or their family or anything, reach out to Santos. Santos will get you in contact with healers, natural healing. So it's not just about money. References and resources are priceless. So please reach out and see what can be done, because Santos's goal in life, of course, is to ascend, but he also loves humanity. Even though humanity has shitted on us, we still love humanity.
Yep. Because humanity is a worthy cause, especially human beings. Well, not necessarily the human beasts that Plato said. Jesus said, let the dead bury their dead. I'm not reaching out. Yes, well, I am. I'm reaching out to human beasts as well. I make my information as simple and as accessible to everyone. But really, it's the human beings that are becoming divine, that have entered their God mind, are becoming self-realized. These are the people that are going to benefit from syncretism. So to finish off, just so that we can finish off this clip, please, guys, remember, music@santosbonacci.com now works. Contact at Universal Truth School works. Gmail is sanbon1969, SANBON, the three first letters of both my names, Sanbon, the year of birth 1963, @gmail.com. Those are the three that work. I'm on Instagram, santos.bonacci. You can message me there. No longer Messenger. Bye-bye. I got rid of that. I did that. I'll get rid of Instagram as well soon. I'll get rid of all of them. Join me at Patreon. Everyone, join me at Patreon for free. And just to stick it up YouTube, please, all you 300,000 ex-subscribers of Mr. Astro Theology, My new channel is Syncretism.
Yeah, and I have it on the banner, guys. I have Santos's new channel on the banner, so please subscribe to his channel now, and please share it because they're shadow banning him. He had 300,000 subscribers. How many do you have on your new channel right now?
3,500.
There you go.
Where are all these great, minds that love syncretism and want to save the world? Where are these cowards? Or is YouTube playing the game that I'm doing, sticking in it to me as they always have done? But I get the last fucking laugh, man, because I had 300,000 subscribers. I could have been a really good boy, like posted stuff that went against their communist standard, that doesn't go against their communist standards. I could have held that safe. I could have kept getting $6,000 a month from ad revenue, which I was getting. I could have hung on to that beautiful life. I dropped that. I dropped the pedivores, sending a signal, and it will be in the history books. Whereas all of these degenerates like Mactoon and Simon Dan and Professor Dave and Cullen Smith, all these guys, what are they doing? They're getting $3.50 an hour or a year or whatever, sold their souls to defame me, and the laugh, and I get the last laugh because I'll be on Patreon for free. These guys get $3.50 an hour to go to hell. They're all going to hell with their porky faces and their and all of these guys making videos about me, they all would love to put their little estrogen 1-inch dicks in my bum. And they have, I know, they're making videos about me. They're ejaculating on photos of Santos Bonacci. They sleep with photos of Santos Bonacci under their pillow. They watch Bukkake and they wish that every load was Santos Bonacci dumping it on them. And they just want my bum. They know I've got an Italian bum. And they want to put their dicks in my bum. But I don't do boys. So, sorry all you guys. Simon Dan, Cullen Smith. Oh, Cullen Smith, by the way, means, Cull means bum. N means in, Cull N, bum in, Cullen Smith. So he's a Smith at sticking it up Santos Bonacci's bum. An ex-girlfriend reached out to me 8 years ago and she said, every time he ejaculates, he yells out your name, Santos Bonacci, every time he ejaculated.
And he's a Smith at it.
And
That's too good.
He's a bestiality guy. He's a fucking Bukkake guy. He's a faggot. He's a pervert. He's a pedophile. His father's a liar, a lawyer. His mother's a whore. And I've been calling him out for 8 years. And all the rest, they'll all go to hell. And I will be forever glorified in God's kingdom because that's my purpose.
Absolutely. I completely agree. No, listen, all of the video, and the craziest part is the videos that they make about you are so stupid to anybody who really rocks with you like that, because the shit that they're saying, oh, he curses, he says this, and it's like, I don't give a fuck, I curse.
He's not cursing. I don't want to hear it. If Santos stops cursing, I don't want to
hear it. Yeah, like the Dalai Lama and Sadhguru, they're always smiling. They never say the word fuck or cunt, but they're sticking their dicks in little girls, 2-year-old, 3-year-old boys and girls, and the Dalai Lama conducts adrenochrome orgies. So does the Pope. So does King Charles. They're all of Hollywood. They're all doing adrenochrome. Here I am teaching non-ejaculation, so you don't have unwanted pregnancies, which makes the abortion industry redundant. You don't have venereal diseases, and you don't need contraceptives. I've never fucking used contraceptives. Why would I put a rubber boot on my dick, my uncircumcised? I mean, fair enough, guys who have been circumcised, but Santos Bonacci, he's got all of his dick intact.
Hell yeah, Santos. Can you dig it?
All 9 inches of it. I don't have any estrogen.
That's right. Shout out to the uncircumcised penises.
So all of these guys would love to see my dick. They'd love to put their dicks in my bum, but they're never going to get the chance to. So keep making the videos, guys, because the whole world knows that you're ejaculating over Santos Bonacci. All you wannabe boyfriends of the most intelligent, sexy, and gifted, not talented man in the universe.
Or at least second, right?
Second to Santana. Second to Floyd Mayweather Santana Nottage.
That's right, my baby. You know, I can't just sit up here and act like my baby ain't king, right?
Yeah, but I'm sure because he's black. See, the blacks always are bigger than the Italians. The Italians are always second to the blacks. Always. You can check this out. You can check it out. You can punch in which race of men has the biggest penis. And you've always got black guys on the top and then non-blacks. The first race that comes up is Italian.
Yeah, because y'all black too.
Hell yeah. Hannibal.
Right, that's Hannibal, baby. You black too. I told you my baby's uncle.
These guys, they dream about my dick. They dream about it.
I bet. I think because I know they be dreaming about Santana's dick. And they were like, he always got her pregnant. It must be good. They got a bunch of kids. It must be good.
Hey, should I tease all my wannabe boyfriends? That they've already blown their loads like about 10 times with that one.
Don't show your booty. Don't show that booty. He's showing his booty now. Make it twerk.
Oh, they would love to have my bum in their face where they can kiss it all day long. One cheek. One cheek. Oh, Santos. Nice hairy Italian bum.
My favorite line in Tropic Thunder is when the guy, he wants some drugs so bad. And he tells the guy, he said, listen, I'll suck your dick. I'll cradle the balls, I'll stroke the shaft, and I'll swallow the gravy. That's what they want to do to you.
Hey, because I've been practicing white tantra non-ejaculatory sex for 14 years now, there ain't no way they're going to get what they really want.
The gravy. They want that gravy train, baby.
Yeah, because they know I'm sweet and delicious. But guess what? None of that stuff. You know what? I don't even have, since 2012, I've never, ever had a wet dream.
Wow.
Yeah, there are guys writing to me all the time, Santos, I'm doing the non-tantric sex, but I keep having wet dreams. I don't know what a fucking wet dream is.
Not even as a little boy, Santos.
Huh?
Not even as a little boy. You didn't have one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
Of course. Since 2012, I swear to God, I've never, ever had a wet dream. These guys, they're ejaculating their brains out all day long. We know that the sperm is brain matter. We know that it comes from the cerebrum and the claustrum. That's why people die and get wrinkly. You don't see any wrinkles here because I keep my magnesium in my sperm. I keep my iron and potassium and zinc that's in the sperm. These guys just empty bucket loads over all their whores and boyfriends inside their boyfriends' bums. and they're all wrinkly at 12 and a half. You know, I'm 61. Where do you buy wrinkles, please? Oh, yeah, Santos has got this idea that you rejuvenate if you practice white tantra. Well, guess what? Yeah, 16 is reversed for 61 is reversed for 16, and let me tell you that the way I play the guitar and the way I move when I climb that mountain every day, I go down to feed the horses, you would think I was 16. The energy that I've got is like a steam train.
When we were down there in Puerto Morelos, you guys, Santos was working out on the beach every day, jogging, yoga, in the sun, hanging out with his long, beautiful hair, just hanging out. And I mean, this guy is unfazed and he's giving lectures all at the same damn time. Okay, so he is not exaggerating about his physical capabilities or anything like that. The age is just the amount of numbers that he's been here, but it has nothing on what his physicality is. It has and his spirit is still so young and jovial. I mean, look how long we've had fun. Now listen, I know that we just talked about dicks for like 10 minutes, which is hilarious. And I am keeping this shit forever because
just a little secret here. You know what? I can tell you for a fact that every man possesses one. They've all got a. Why can't we talk what every human has? Like every man's got a dick, right? So why can't we talk about dicks and pussies? Doesn't every woman have a nice, beautiful, beautiful, what we call in cute terms, a pussy?
You say rock out with your cock out and jam out with your clam out.
Hey, do you want to? I'm going to go to the bathroom. Can you share what you were going to share then? Because I'll probably be just 30 seconds. But why don't you start that thing?
Yeah, I'm going to hold it down because I actually want to talk about the red heifers with you.
Okay. Do your thing.
Yeah. So guys, this is great. So when Santos comes back, I want him to weigh on this whole red heifer thing. I know that you guys all have been hearing about this red heifer sacrifice, and they got the cows from Texas and so on, and they found about 5 of them that are perfect. And for all of you who do not know, this sacrifice of the red heifer is supposed to take place during Passover, which is, I believe, April 22nd to April 30th. Now, for everybody who doesn't think that all of this is scripted, check it out. Should I do the Ukraine picture? Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to I have to get the pictures in my phone somewhere, the picture. Because wait, you know what? Let me look at my email really fast, guys. Let me see if I can find this for you. Yeah, but I want to pull up the picture so they can actually see it. But you guys, all of this stuff is scripted, and like I said, the artwork tells you everything. I can't find it, Santana. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe this is it. Yep, I got it. Okay, perfect. Okay, I found it, guys. I was not even. Okay, this is going to be straight off the dome. Just letting you guys know. Okay. So for those of you who did not see this video, this is a picture of, oh shoot, sorry. This is a picture that Basquiat painted. Can you find out the year that he painted this? I can tell you exactly what year he painted this, guys. But this was back in the 80s because Basquiat died in 1986, 88? Okay, 1988. So this is before 1988. Basquiat painted this picture here. I don't know. And this painting here, I know that it may not mean anything to anyone, but I'm going to show you that they are showing the wars and things that are going to take place through the art. Now, if you take note, you see in this picture, you see blue and yellow. We all know that those are the Ukrainian colors of their flag. You're also going to take note that this donkey right here is sitting here eating wheat. They have him as an ass. And we all know that the Democratic parties are asses, okay? So this is literally showing that a Democratic president is going to invade Ukraine. Now, this is the kicker. Most of you don't know that when that pipeline just seemed to just explode, and even though Biden said that he's going to blow it, he's going to blow Nord Stream 2. He literally said it. He said it, guys. He said, guaranteed. Matter of fact, let me show you guys because it's pretty disturbing the fact that they have to tell us, they have to show us. So Biden says Nord Stream will be done. Okay, let me pull this up for you guys. Okay, here, let me play this clip for you guys. Let me stop sharing this. We're gonna go right back to it, and I'm gonna show you just how crazy this is. And they have to show us. They have to show us. So listen to old zombie Biden say what he has to say.
Gee, this guy's a donkey.
Russia invades. That means tanks or troops crossing the border of Ukraine again. Then there will be no longer a Nord Stream 2. We will bring an end to it.
How will you do that exactly, since the project and control of the project is within Germany's control?
We will, I promise you, we'll be able to do it. If Russia invades.
Okay. So you understand that your president said before the Nord Stream pipeline exploded that it was going to be done, and he was going to make sure that it happened. So then I had to go to my buddy Basquiat because me and Santana just can't believe how amazing this guy is, or what the hell handbook did he have to be able to pick out all of these things? Because I'm pretty much under the assumption that these artists are given scripts and they have to put it in the artwork, and this is how they own the artist. So like I said, this is showing Ukraine is going to be Ukraine and America are working together to invade Russia. In this picture, you see there's a clock here. You see there's water. That water is representing where the pipeline is to be destroyed. But the other thing is, Russia, people don't know, Russia is the #1 supplier in grains, specifically wheat. And you see the ass is eating the wheat. Now, Basquiat painted this in the 1980s. How did he know? How did he know? And you guys, I found a picture today that is talking about exactly what Santos is talking about tonight. But I want to make sure that it's perfect for when I present it to you guys. But all of these things that we've shown you 9/11, but this picture right here is predicting the Ukraine war, which actually started in 2014, which I want to also give you guys a side note on, because I just found this very, very peculiar, that also in 2014, while Ukraine actually, the war actually really originated, this is what happened also in 2014. Let's see here. Okay, here, perfect. Stop. Let me go back here. Show you guys this, because this was very interesting. This is what I found today, and it goes right in line with Ukraine and everything. Hamas motorized hang gliders unearthed previous claims that Malaysia trained their members in paragliding. In 2014, what? Is that not the same year that Ukraine actually was first created, guys. And okay, so let's listen. In 2014, a captured Hamas cell commander claimed he was sent for paragliding training in Malaysia. Now, this is all connected. Ukraine, Russia, like I told you, Putin is not your friend. He's a part of this script as well. But that war was the predecessor for this Hamas attack as well into this holy war with jihad that Santos is telling you about. And I can't wait till I get this painting figured out, guys. And I hope, Santos, you can come back so you can see it because it's going to blow your mind. But what are the odds? Now, people say, well, no, Hamas is this, Hamas is Muslim, they're terrorists, they're this. Well, for all of you who don't know, the reason that Santos said that the Jews actually started this war is because Hamas was funded and created and owned by Israel. Still is to this day. Now, you please ask yourself, how could a captured Hamas cell commander, how could someone who was captured, a Hamas terrorist, be sent off to Malaysia for paragliding training? Who would finance something like that? Who would want something like that? Who owns Hamas? Who created Hamas? Wouldn't that be Israel? Or are you telling me that Israel sent a captured Hamas person to Malaysia in 2014 to learn how to make paragliding? Because remember, these people came over in lawnmower motors and parachutes. This poor country that doesn't have a military, who cannot defend themselves, just decided to just put it all on the line for this, right? Please, guys, don't be confused, don't be misled, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid. All of this stuff is orchestrated. It's all orchestrated. And we can prove it in the artwork. Santos can prove it in the astrology. I mean, you guys, it's just so much information, and we're gonna do another video, like I said, on this artwork but I couldn't wait to show you guys because what actually happened in Ukraine in 2014. 2014. Pro government. Okay. And this is something that was not televised. No one in the Western media reported this. Okay. So let me show you this. So you guys don't say, oh, she's just talking shit. She just wants to show Basquiat's paintings because whatever. Let's see here. Let me show you guys this so you guys can see what I'm talking about. That the coincidence that a captured Hamas prisoner was sent to Malaysia to learn how to do paragliding. Okay, Ukraine's 2014 coup was CIA's political mistake. This happened on February 9, 2014. Ukraine was orchestrated with the support of Central Intelligence agencies and became U.S. agencies' political mistake. Russian President Vladimir Putin said in an interview with Tucker Carlson, published on the U.S. journalist website, Putin said that during the unrest which broke out in Kyiv in the winter of 2014, the United States asked him to calm down and will calm the opposition. Let the situation unfold in the scenario of political settlement, which they completely just reneged on and did the shit that they do. So you mean to tell me that all of this stuff is going on in Ukraine in 2014? Israel is sending Hamas prisoners to Malaysia for paragliding training, and now you got 2023 with the attack from Hamas in Israel in 2024. Now we're back at Israel and Iran. So you guys, This doesn't make any sense, guys. They had an attack with paragliders in October. The same time. We know who financed it. We know who did it. Please don't get wrapped up in this Jewish and this Muslim thing, because guess what? That's fake. They're making you think that. But the Muslims and the real Jews that are over there living, they're in turmoil right now. Go ahead.
My very, very, very best friend at the moment, actually, I have two very, very good friends that are Jewish, Ashkenazi Jews. Daniel, the guy that you know and met, we started the academy. We're still talking. He's in Tanzania. We talk regularly. But Roy Ben Harosh, my very good friend, he makes me broad spectrum cannabis. He gets me the best Tepescoite DMT. He makes me sexy dream cacao, which I drink every day. I drink his cacao. He flew over there last week to Israel, and I told him, I said, Roy, he's been planning the trip since October, but then the war started, and he's coming here 2 times a week. I mean, he just loves coming to visit me, and he teaches me Hebrew, and he's just a beautiful man. My very best friend, Roy. I hope he hears this. I'll send it to him. Yeah. He's there right now, and he said it was very, very scary when those projectiles came over. He says, but I have no fear, Santos. God will deliver us from this war. And he's just expecting to fly back to Australia as soon as possible.
Yeah. My heart goes out to the people over in Israel. My heart goes out to the people in Palestine. I mean, the real people, not these puppets who are pulling these strings and massacring all of these people. Which brings me back to the red heifer, Santos, that's supposed to be slaughtered on Passover, April 22nd to the 30th. Let me have what you got on your mind about that.
Well, April 22nd is the first day of Taurus. So that will be significant because that is also the month of Pentecost, May Day, May the 1st, which is Beltane Day, which is Baal, the day of Baal. Watch out for March the 1st. It's a cross-quarter day. But starting from the 22nd of April, 10 days to the cross-quarter day, in that 10-day period, you will see a lot of bloodshed. Because, see, Taurus is called liar. Aries is called Nisan. Let me just make sure that's called that. Let me just make sure. I don't want to give people misleading information.
Take your time. Oh, Santana's saying you're right, but I know you want to share your screen so people can see it for themselves.
Okay, let's share the screen and let's see what Taurus is called in Jewish. So please, all you Muslim people, inshallah. All you Jewish people, shalom. You will have peace. You won't be butchered. You won't be destroyed. Both Jews and Arabs, they, like all of us, and blacks and Africans and whites, we will be saved by Christ's return. Consciousness. He's not going to physically return because he hasn't done that in 2,000 years. He's just been watching all the pedivores eat our children and all the vampires. So he's obviously not coming, okay? We're the ones that are going to be the ones that are going to bring Christ back. Even Muslims, they love Jesus. Even Jews, good Jews, they know that Christianity is a good philosophy. They're all beautiful. Hinduism, Buddhism, they're all their sacred books. They're all beautiful books, right? So we don't have to have this bloodshed, guys. Pray to Allah, please. Pray to Jehovah, Adonai, Mahashem, El Shaddai, whatever you want to call your God. you Jews, whatever. It doesn't matter. Krishna, we will win. The light will conquer. The light conquers darkness. It's simple. Now, so Taurus is called liar. You seeing my screen?
Nope, not yet. You got to share it.
I can't hear you.
You have to share it. Can you hear me?
Why am I not hearing you now? All of a sudden, you've gone mute.
I don't know.
Well, anyway, all right. While that happens, I'll just share my screen and have a look at this. See, like my presentations, there's what? Nisan, Aries. Aries is Nisan. Aries, Nisan. Taurus, liar. You see, this is when Moses, on May the 1st, this is when Moses destroyed the golden calf when they came out of Egypt. This is when God gave the 2 tablets, Gemini, to Moses on the mountain. This is the mountain. This is the mountain. Moses is climbing the mountain. Aaron, who is the star of the eye of the bull, Taurus, called Aldebaran, in other words, older brother Aaron, Moses' older brother, is called Aldebaran, the red star, the eye of the bull's eye. It's in the sign of liar. This is where the lies begin. God hates Taurus. The Jews, the mystical Jews, called Taurus the devil's sign. Why? Because it's not Aries. It's not holy like Aries. It's the cerebrum. See the cerebrum? Taurus is the cerebellum. The bellum is bellicose, belligerent. It's not the sacred mind of the cranium, of the cerebran, Aries. It's the cerebellum. So this is where the lies begin. And you watch what happens when Taurus hits on the 22nd of April.
So
over to you.
Do you think that they're actually going to do it?
By the way, this is where I live. I live up here in the mountains, up here, behind these trees. But this is the ranch. This is where I do horsing.
Did my microphone die?
In the competition horse jumping.
Say something. Can you hear me?
All right, let's go.
You can't hear me? Okay.
StreamYard, I can't hear you still.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Why can't I hear you? Hang on a minute.
Yeah, I don't know.
What have I done? I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. All right. I unplugged my microphone. I don't know what happened. Sorry, guys, for feedback that you'll hear. I don't know what happened. But so do you think that they're actually going to do it? The sacrifice of the red heifer.
In Taurus.
In Taurus.
And fancy that, the 22nd of April is the first day of Taurus. Why are Muslims murdering and eating, I think it's about 60 million lambs get slaughtered while the sun in 30 days is transiting Aries. And the sign before is Pisces, when the Christians eat fish every Friday on Lent. Then you go to Aries and you eat the lamb. You watch what happens with the red heifer on the 22nd of April.
All right. So I know that everybody's anticipating that, and I know that everybody has so many questions about it. I even have questions about it. I can't help but feel that this is more of the fear mongering because the media is actually reporting about the red heifers. So anytime that they're reporting on it, instantly I'm like, okay, this is where you want me to look. This is what you want me to do. So the altar's been there for quite some time, guys. It's been there for 20 years. So just FYI, like for the people who are fear mongering and making you feel like, oh, they came there they built an altar and everything. That altar has been there. So, it's nothing that any of us can do about it. When they do these things, it's written. It's written. It hasn't been done in 2,000 years? Yeah, 2,000 years. It hasn't been done. So it's time, as you can see, we are at the height of the transition that the new reality that we're going to see. It's not going to look like whatever bullshit life you've been living or want this fake ass life. But and let's be real, all of us have been fake the majority of our life because we've had to be. We've had to be somebody else when we go to work. We have to be somebody else when we go out in public. When we feel like shit, we still got to throw on a smile, even though we feel horrible inside. I mean, this is the world that we live in. But now, I mean, we are all supposed to have telepathy after all of this stuff. So that's what I'm looking forward to being able to for everybody to be able to pick out these vultures, and it's right there. You know, that's the ascension that I'm really, really looking for, and I do believe that Christ consciousness is coming. I do believe it. You're hearing more and more people come to Jesus Christ. I mean, they had the video. You sent me that video with Joe Rogan and who else was it at the time that said that they want to Christ. Oh, Russell Brand. Joe Rogan and Russell Brand, Hulk Hogan, the tattoo artist girl, Cat something. She's real dark, kind of looks like Morticia. She just got baptized into Christ. You're hearing so many people talking about Christianity more than ever now.
Hang on though. Be careful of these deceivers that are turning to Christ.
Oh, I know. They're trying to get on the winning team now.
Russell Brand and Joe Rogan and all of these big names, they are all satanic, adrenochrome junkie, demon worshipping, sellout, shill. They're not going to Christ at all. Mm-mm. What they're doing, and Alex Jones, the porkhead, what they're doing is they're leading people to 501c3 churches called, they're just corporations doing business under the name of Christianity. 501c3. They're leading people to Babylon the Great. But the Bible says, get out of her, my people, if you do not want to share with her in her plagues. Because Christianity is guilty of crusades, inquisitions, torture, pedophilia. How many churches, every single church, including the Jehovah's Witnesses and the Mormons, are full of pedophiles.
And you know what, Santos? I'm glad you brought up that point, because this is kind of like what I've been warning people about. And ladies that are in here, please, please, please hear me. Ladies need to get your shit together, because when this thing flips, women, in the words of John Lennon, women are the niggas of the world. Okay? When this thing flips, women are treated less than dogs. We are the first ones to be slaves. They are going to separate us from our family. They will make us handmaids and have their babies, because now they've done fucked up the fertility rates with all of these jabs that they've given people. So now women are not fertile, men are not fertile. So for all of you unvaccinated people, please know, ladies, that your uterus and your eggs are far more valuable than you can imagine. Gentlemen, you unvaccinated men with your unvaccinated sperm is more valuable than you can imagine. The reason that they're targeting people, you understand that that's the reason that they have X. X is a mass data collection site, okay? And it is calculating all of the people who are unvaccinated so they can watch you, because you will be the ones that they need to breed for their civilizations, okay? This is how they do it throughout history. And guess what? They get to use that Bible and say that this is what's supposed to happen, because I don't know if you guys realize, but Hagar was a handmaid. Mary was a handmaid. And let me tell you, this is not consensual. Handmaids are not having these babies. This is not consensual. When Hagar had to have the baby for Sarah and Abraham, trust me, Hagar was not with that shit. But they got to say that God said that this is okay. So they made her have that baby. Then they did another deal. And I like to say that they basically went into witness protection because their names changed. They got new names and they got to have a new baby. This is the system. This is a system, people. This goes back to Abraham and Sarah.
Ladies.
So, say, Can You Dig has got a message.
Just really, really quick. Let me just take 30 seconds. Please, you find all these people all of a sudden at the end of the world, everybody is turning to Christ. Everyone's Christ, religion. This is a trick. Understand that we are God. We are Christ. All of us are Christ. When we go back to the stance of religion, I want you to look at the time of the Bible's writing and look at the time of the Quran and these holy books and the status of society during that time. And you're going to realize that during those times where all these four founders of religion were living, you're going to find that your place on this planet as a woman, as a secondary citizen, was brutal and shitty, and you had no rights. So I just want you to keep in mind that everyone who's running back to the church so quickly, understand this. When you run back to the church, women, you are second-class citizens.
Yes, you are.
Whether you're a Muslim or a Christian. So do not fall for this shit where they're trying to get you to go back to this old religion.
Because nobody wants to go back to biblical times.
We do not. But guess who does want it to happen?
Men.
Insecure men.
Men.
The shittiest men in the world can't wait.
With little dicks,
ladies, I want you to understand that there's men sitting around their house right now planning to go and kidnap women when this shit breaks. They are planning to do terrible things to women, and no one's going to protect them because the men out here are bitches.
Yep.
And it's going to benefit them. So ladies, don't get tricked into this religion shit. Do not get tricked by any state, because if it does, remember, the first thing was Adam was made first. You are second to a man. So no matter what you do, you're going to be a second-class citizen and you have to obey. Do not fall for this shit. It's time for a new covenant. Everyone is missing it. Abraham, Moses, Adam, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever you speak of, none of it matters anymore because none of it worked. All of the prophets, or whatever you want to call them, nothing worked. You have to throw that shit in the trash. And ladies, you better get tough and you better get smart quick, because what they're planning to do to you has already been done to you, and it sets you back again. And the last thing you want is a man to protect you in these days and times.
Yeah, and for all of those, listen, I believe in Christ consciousness. I believe in Christ. I believe in God. I believe in the real thing. The real thing. And I'm telling you, and yes, Christ did have women in his ministry. But let me tell you something. We're talking about biblical times. And we are not going to isolate who was rolling with Jesus Christ versus the whole goddamn population who were raping women.
And in the time, you understand that you look at the Apocrypha, which is taken out of the Bible, Christ specifically told his disciples to follow Mary.
Yep.
But the disciples said, no, we are not following a woman. So understand that the Christ said, follow Mary, the woman. That's what Jesus said. But the disciples said, are not following a woman. So your second-class citizens already just do it. But when this shit breaks, understand that Islam and Christianity both agree that the man is first and the woman is second, and the woman has to obey the man. Ladies, do you want to go back to that? Just think about how that looks.
Hell no, I don't. I certainly don't. Let me see if my microphone is going to work again, because I don't know what's happened, why it just conked out on me, but let me just see here. Santos, you gonna play something for us?
No. I'm just keeping my fingers warmed up. Besides,
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, besides, if I play, the microphone doesn't pick it up. It sounds shit.
I can hear it.
Nah, but it doesn't matter. Oh, let's stay with the point, okay? I'm just warming up my fingers and listening.
Oh, no, you're good.
So
no, you're good. But no, basically, our message is Christ. You know, we need to be in Christ consciousness, and that is us. And we need to not get wrapped up in these crazy people, because I don't know if you guys remember this group of people called the Puritans. They were some motherfuckers, okay? They are responsible for slaughtering the indigenous people here in America. And let's not forget the biggest sacrifice that no one has seen in history, again, the Salem witch trials. And they did this by saying that they follow God. And we're saying that they are not real Christians. They are not real Christians. Do not follow these frauds who are saying they are Christians and they get to wreak havoc on the world. You know God. You need to have your relationship with God so you can reach that Christ consciousness. And you need to have that individually. It's okay to come together and talk about God and Christ. I think it's beautiful. I feel like this is church, what we are doing here. But please don't get wrapped up, because it's so easy. It's so easy to do it. And like I said, the Puritans is what terrifies them. And guess what? They were Christians. They were.
Hey, Lucky 536. Feel free to eat a dick.
Or you can just leave. Because Santos and us are having a discussion. So
what happened?
He's complaining, saying that we're talking too much and we need to let the guests speak. So let me just be very clear. Santos is my brother. This is not a situation where Santos is coming on here. Matter of fact, Santos, let me let you speak for yourself, for people who don't want us to have a dialogue and be human and have a human experience. Why don't you go ahead?
Yeah, it makes me want to just shut up even more. That's why I'm a hermit. Everyone's a dumb cunt and everyone's an ugly cunt. That's it.
Oh, and Salem witch trials actually was polio. Cotton Mather's and his father, they introduced polio vaccine, and they were getting people sick. So that's the part that they don't tell you about in history. I'm not negating the whole rye thing, because I definitely have read about that too. But a lot of people miss that portion about Cotton Mather's and the vaccinations with polio. So, just look into that too. It's quite interesting to see what they did. But go ahead, Santos, because people want to hear your Australian voice since you're the guest. Even though you're not a guest, we rapping. Do you know that we talked about dicks for 10 minutes? Are y'all serious? Are y'all serious?
Well, Lucky Fire was eating dick. You probably didn't hear Lucky 536. Eat a dick, Lucky 536.
By the way, you know how there's always doubters, right? Well, I've only had 3 partners since 2007. Okay, those 3 partners. Hiromi Okubo, my Japanese wife, we divorced in 2015. We practiced white tantra. She will go on the history books because she knows I started white tantra while I was with her in June of 2012. Okay. Then I had a girlfriend in 2017, Violet May Brown. We were together for 9 months. She can testify to the fact that I practice what I preach when it comes to sex. And then I came to Mexico, and you, of course, you know Julieta very well. and I had Julieta. Those three women have been my last three partners. That's it. That's it. I've only had three sexual intimate partners for the last 20 years. Hiromi, my Japanese wife, we did white tantra. She can swear to God, because she has to, that I practiced non-ejaculatory sex. We had plenty of sex, but no juice. Violet May Brown, she's got all the evidence. She was there 9 months. We had plenty of sex. She was a bombshell. She was a doll. See, with her, I was worried. I was thinking, man, I've only been doing this tantric sex for 5 years, and here comes this beautiful, sexy Californian young girl. You know, who knows what happens? And that'll test me. But she didn't get a drop. Neither did Julieta. So when you do that clip, I mean, not the clip, but when we go back to the 10 minutes of me talking about dicks and everything like that, and how my wannabe boyfriends would love to, oh boy, what they would do to my private things. Oh my God, all these boys, all of them, they all love me.
You got some groupies for sure.
How many Hollywood productions do they make about me? How many times do they scream out my name when they ejaculate? How many times did they soil their panties? I mean, they probably don't wash them. Oh God! I'm sure they ejaculate in their panties, and with a photo of Santos in their panties every day, and they don't wash it.
Oh my God. Well, let me tell you, Santos, we do not practice white tantra in this house. I'm definitely not going to lie to you about that. I mean, all my babies are proof of that. We love making children because they're beautiful and we need them. We need them. But I do think that it is really, really something for people to consider. You know, I've met more people who are being abstinent, and I know that you said that abstinent is not the same as white tantra. But I'm meeting more and more people who are saying that, you know, they're not even functioning with sexual intercourse at all at this point. And a lot of people are afraid after COVID. After COVID, people are afraid to have sex now, because they don't know what people are doing, and people are lying about getting things, and people just are afraid to have it in their body. So, I mean, it might be the way to go, guys, you know, for people out here who are out here dating and all that kind of thing. Like, you might want to consider that, because I do hear a lot of people that are really concerned about that, the exchanging of fluids, and especially if you can ascend from it. So, I am what is this? Dumb as fuck primate DNA ejaculators as pig shit. I don't know what to think of that comment. I don't know what to make of that. Okay.
Well, I didn't hear it.
It says dumb as fuck primate DNA ejaculators thick as pig shit. I don't know either. I thought maybe it makes sense to you.
Well, generally what comes out of my mouth is intelligent. So I don't know whether he's on meth or he's drunk or demonized or a good guy. He might be a good guy and he doesn't speak English well and he's confused. He might be talking about the ejaculators who are killing themselves, because that's what you're doing. Every time you ejaculate, you are murdering yourself. And that's why people get dried up. I feel sorry for people, man. I mean, I've reached 61 and I feel like I'm 16. Never had a disease, never had arthritis, piles, diabetes, anything, ever. One headache. There's people in their 50s, 40s, 30s lining up for liver transplants. They've got heart disease. They've had multiple heart attacks. They've had strokes. They've got, severe diabetes, asthma.
Yeah.
I got to 61 and didn't see any of that. Didn't see it. And I can still play my little guitar. My beautiful, loyal girlfriend. By the way,
the half an index finger.
Yeah. Yeah, so this is the one that Daniel, my Jewish friend, Ashkenazi Jew, bought me for my 58th birthday. You can see it on my channel where, you can put Santos Bonacci's 58th birthday. You'll see Julieta was my girlfriend back then. You'll see her there. And you'll see Daniel giving me this guitar. I play this more than my Ramirez. This is my flamenco guitar. This is the world's leading brand, Jose Ramirez. I've always had leading brands. I've had Esteso, Conde Hermanos, Santos Hernandez, Domingo Esteso. I've had all the best guitars. And this is Jose Ramirez, right? Now I play this one, which is a classical. That's flamenco. This is classical. More than that one. Can you hear it? It's out of tune. Could you hear that?
We can hear it, but the audio, of course, is distorted. But I've heard you play in real life.
Yeah.
I've heard you play in real life. Remember when you and Christian would be playing in the clinic and we'd be doing karaoke and all that shit? Yeah, you guys, seriously, Santos is definitely a fantastic teacher, 100%. Watch all of his videos, but if you have the opportunity to actually be with Santos in person, you're not going to regret it. You're not.
Out of tune. But anyway, I'm trying to do it light, but it doesn't work because I noticed that if I go loud, then it distorts. Yeah. Rock and roll, Led Zeppelin.
Right. Yes, Led Zeppelin is definitely. I told you, Cashmere, like Led Zeppelin didn't have to make any other songs. They could have made Cashmere, and they would still be exactly where they are. And that's
Okay, so this guitar is from my favorite song, Kashmir. It's always tuned down to Dadgad. So it's has a different tuning to the other one, which is standard tuning. And that's for Kashmir.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how well that's going to sound, but yeah, this is for this is Dadgad tuning, so that enables me to be able to play Kashmir, which is in Mixolydian. It's in the Mixolydian mode. The song is brilliant. It's so not just the horizontal beat of John Bonham, which doesn't correspond with the actual 4/4. John Bonham's playing 12, right? 4/12. But it's so beautiful. It's in D Mixolydian, which actually, for me, fits perfectly with my favorite of all time scales, which is Phrygian mode. I love the Phrygian mode, which is this one. Where you add the this is flamenco in A Phrygian. So you've got so D Mixolydian. I'm using this for D Mixolydian and C Phrygian, which is A. No, sorry, not C. It's F Phrygian. So D Mixolydian blends with F Phrygian. My favorite of all, every key is F Phrygian, which I'll show you properly in flamenco. I can't do it on this one.
God.
This is standard tuning, so that's this. That's my favorite go-to, Bulerías. I've been playing it for decades, 40 years. That is my favorite, and it's in A, which is the same as Kashmir D Mixolydian. It's in A root, but it's F Phrygian. It's at the Phrygian mode. Anyway, but yeah.
So, do you have any videos of you actually recording playing Kashmir? Do you have any videos that I could actually play so people can hear how good it actually sounds? Do you have one that I could play?
I'm gonna get a cameraman to come around soon when I'm ready, because I haven't been. My fingers have been weak for 14 years since I stopped playing professionally, so I've got to get back in form.
Yeah.
I'm halfway there. In about 3 weeks, I think I'll be there, because I'm putting a lot of time into it every day now.
I want to learn. Me and Santana, we both want to learn how to play the guitar. I need to get one. I really want to learn. I love the guitar.
I do have 4 hours on my channel, Syncretism, 4 hours, part 1 and part 2, of me playing my guitar on the streets in Las Vegas, all around the world. I've got 4 hours of 25 years of my career of me playing music on my channel.
I want to actually play at least one video so people can hear just how amazing of a guitarist you are. I know you sent me a bunch of them. I'm trying to figure out which one to play. I want people to hear it because they can't hear how good of a musician you are with this. I want them to hear a good quality so they know, like, oh, perfect, you're going to put it up. Even better. Even better.
Tell me which one you put on before you do, because otherwise...
You can play, you play it. You already got it up. You already got it up. So you choose. But I definitely want people to hear.
I really don't know. Let me think about it. All right, well,
you sent one and you was jamming on one, and I can't remember which one it was. And Santana's doing the chat.
okay, guys. So here's 2 hours. This is part. No. Wait a minute. You can watch me. You can watch my music. There's the Las Vegas gig I did for Microsoft in 2001 in MGM Grand Arena. That's the whole concert.
Let's play 2 minutes of that so people can just hear it. Yeah, and because we can end it after this. I know you're tired. Yeah. Check this out, guys. November 11th.
Please welcome from Australia, Bonacci and Wood.
This is where Floyd Mayweather, Mike Tyson, and everybody had their boxing bouts. This is where Garcia is going to be fighting in next week. This is MGM Grand Arena. You can see like there's spots here where they show the screen behind us. See where the crowd is. There's the screen. There it is. Comdex 2001. All right, I want to see if you can see the audience. I mean, yeah, this doesn't show much technical virtuosity, though. There's better videos. This is just because that night was a disaster, and the sound, the foldbacks weren't working. I couldn't hear what I was doing. Daryl couldn't hear me. I couldn't hear him. It was, like Led Zeppelin's 1985 Live Aid concert, which was the worst gig they ever did in history. But if you guys, I want to share with people now. Music, the language of the universe. No boss, no job, no taxes. 40 years of musical freedom, part 1. Here it is. Let's have a look.
Going live throughout Melbourne. Santos Bonacci is a Melbourne-based flamenco Latin jazz guitarist, and his style of music is mostly associated with the gypsies of southern France and Spain, and made popular by the Gypsy Kings throughout the 80s and 90s. And you catch Santos performing live throughout Melbourne as one of Melbourne's street performers, or we call it buskers. And Santos, great to see you.
Thank you.
Tell us about your style of music. What makes Melbourne so unique from the rest of the world?
My style of music is
throughout Melbourne as one of Melbourne's street performers, or we call it buskers. And Santos, great to see you.
Thank you.
Tell us about your style of music. What makes Melbourne so unique from the rest of the world?
My style of music is instrumental mostly. Now, it's guitar music, although I call it flamenco Latin jazz fusion, simply because we have those particular ingredients strongly suggested in the music, although it's my music. Melbourne has some very unique attributes, the city. It does attract a lot of tourists. Now, where I play in the heart of the city, in the Bourke Street Mall, have a look at this Tartarian post office behind me. Tartaria right there in Melbourne, thousands and thousands of years old. We get shoppers, interstaters, tourists, business people. We get the whole spectrum of the demographic, and Melbourne is very unique in doing this. I've seen a lot of the great cities of the world, and there's not as many places where all types of people can go to relax and hear music like Melbourne. It's very unique.
You have some great music. You performed for Bill Gates. Tell us about that.
Yes, that was 2001, November 11th. Yeah. I performed with my then partner at the MGM Grand Arena in Las Vegas, the MGM Hotel, and we did a 45-minute opening set for Bill Gates's company.
Okay, if somebody wants to find out more before you take us to a track, how do they find out more about what you do? What's your website address?
It's santos.net.au.
Santos, thank you very much.
Thank you. So this is 2 hours. This is part one, and then there's also part two is before it. So that's part one, and then music. Yeah, music, the language of the universe, part two. So this is the title of it, guys. Have a look at this. Music, the language of the universe. No boss, no job, no taxes. 40 years of musical freedom. Before Crystal and Nick left, we played Vivaldi, which has always been one of my staples. Gerald Massey, the greatest historian in... All right, that's enough. Anyway, so I'll stop sharing. So, but I'm going to. Oh, gee, what happened? I'm going to I'm going to record all my Zep Flamenco numbers on both guitars because I need the two different tunings. I don't know if I'm still on the show here, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna, I'll have Kashmir in there. I'll have all my Zep Flamenco, what I call Zep Flamenco. That's what I do in my spare time. You know, Zep Flamenco. I don't know. Are we still going? Whew. Why don't I tune this thing? A lot of people say to me, that was nice, Santos, but why do you play your guitar out of tune? Ask Bob Dylan. Wait, what am I doing? Anyway, whatever. I started playing Cash.
No, I love it. I love you just being able to just be free and just do your thing. That's how it's supposed to be. That's how it's supposed to be.
It's going to be great because discovering that Mixolydian and Phrygian go well together has opened up a whole lot of. Man, I'm going to make Robert Plant and Jimmy Page really proud of this, what I call Zep Flamenco that I'm going to do. Hopefully I'll get a video out of it in the next few months.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Can you imagine... I just love all of their stuff since I was 4.
I love flamenco, and when I found out that that's your favorite, I love flamenco dancing. Me and the kids, we watched the flamenco. Oh my gosh, the performances are just. Let me see if I can find this one performance, y'all. It is out of sight. If y'all are not down with flamenco, get into it. I'm telling you, it is the sexiest music ever. Flamenco dancing videos. It is the sexiest, just the sexiest music and the beautiful women who just be killing it with dancing. I'm trying to find this one particular one because me and the kids, we love, 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 love this woman. And why isn't this popping up? Because it usually is like the first one that pops up. Flamenco. Let me see here. I got turned on. Okay, well here's one. I'm sure this will be good, but it's a video that is just I just love this video. But here we'll play this one, and you guys, you're gonna understand why Santos loves flamenco, and you're gonna understand why many people around the world love it because it's just a beautiful art. The dancing, the music. You know, Santos, this is what you need. You do that flamenco cashmere. When you do that, you need to get a sexy flamenco dancer to dance while you're doing it. That video would be amazing. I would love to see that. I would love to see that. But you guys, flamenco is such a beautiful art.
You can see me dancing salsa on my channel. It's on my syncretism channel.
Mm-hmm.
But but you showed the most boring flamenco video I've ever seen in my life.
Santos, it was. It's not the one I wanted. I couldn't find it. I'm still looking for it. It's a woman. She's in a red dress, and it is. Oh, let me just see. Let me see. Let me redeem myself, guys, because he's right. That sucked. It did suck. It was beautiful. Oh, I found it right away. Here we go. Here we go. Let me redeem myself. Trust me. I'm going to redeem myself. Hold on. Here you go. Here you go. This woman is amazing. This is it.
Okay. Can we stop? Can we stop? I'm going to share because that was beautiful, but that was boring. Okay.
I love that one. I love that one.
I do too, but what I can show you.
Show me, baby.
These are my best friends. This is where I met my wife, Hiromi, and in this flamenco bar, Canela Bar, Johnson Street, Melbourne, Fitzroy, Johnson Street, Melbourne, where I used to hang out since I was a teenager in the Latin bars. Canela Bar, they are my best friends. Watch them dancing. Have a look at this.
All right, share your screen.
And then I'll show you some good bulerías.
Let's do it. Let's do it. And FYI, when I was gone, my whole thing shut down. I was so grateful that everything worked out still on your end, but I was gone.
Okay. All right, have a listen to this. You ready?
I'm ready. I'm muting up.
Okay, this is Johnny Tedesco, the best flamenco dancer in the world. I used to go here weekly. He used to teach me to dance. His brother Richard is the best guitarist in the world. He used to teach me how to play the guitar. Manolo, who's now deceased, rest in peace, Manolo Varela. Or Manolo de Jerez. He was very, very famous in Australia as a guitarist. He taught me how to play guitar as well, bulerías. And this is, God forgive me. Her surname is Cano. I used to go to Wangaratta Technical College with her father, Spanish, Paul Cano. This is, now they are married. And you know how many famous people from Hollywood have been in this bar? You know how many famous people around the world go to this bar? These were my friends. Watch this.
All right.
They are my friends. What do I mean, were? All right, so that's Chantel. So Chantel, when she found out my name was Santos Bonacci, she goes, because I was going to the bar there and she was new. She moved from Sydney to learn under Johnny, because Johnny's famous. He's world famous. He taught me how to dance flamenco. Beautiful guy. Anyway, Chantel said, your name's Santos Bonacci. Were you called Sam Bonacci at Wangaratta Technical College? I said, yes. Did you know Paul Cano? He was in my class for 3 years, and then he went to Spain. He found a Spanish woman, and Chantel was born in Spain, comes back to Australia and discovers that her father and me were best friends in class for years. Anyway, have a look at this, Moraito. This is Moraito. This is a bulerías. This is my favorite flamenco style. This is what I would show you as exciting, okay? Because this is typical flamenco. One of my favorites as well. This is called Soleat. It's a different kind of flamenco. It's slower, and bulerías is related to it as well. But this is beautiful. So that's one of my favorites, Moraito. Oh, there's Santos Bonacci. Look at that.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, but he got better even when he matured. I mean, this is him doing the same one. This is freaking amazing. Moraito was just beautiful. He was one of my favorites. He's dead.
Oh my God.
Have a look at this. See where he does that tran, 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 tran? That's Phrygian. Okay? Basically playing the same bulería that I showed you before 20 years ago is basically doing, this is bulerías. And these guys are playing palmas, which is to accompany the rhythm. And you know,
and I was just talking about that. Like, I love that. I love hand clap hi-hats and everything.
I can show you 20 of the best flamenco. You'll have an orgasm. You guys there?
Well done. I'm not gonna lie, that was amazing, Santos. That was amazing.
Well, you know what? Can I just please just 5 more minutes and we'll close off because we got off track. We're onto music now, so we can make 2 separate videos. Can we do that?
Well, this is live, so it's going to upload the way that it is. But I don't think people are going to care.
Okay. Well, anyway, but I want to really give a shout out because I go back to school with Chantel's father, Paul, and Johnny Tedesco taught me how to dance bulerías, flamenco, and his brother Richard the Lionheart. Fancy that. His brother's Johnny's cancer dancing,
right?
And his brother Richard the Lionheart, is playing the guitar. These guys have toured all around the world. These guys are the best of the best of the best of the best of the best. You don't know how many famous Hollywood people and rock stars go to see them at their small bar in Johnson Street, Fitzroy.
I can believe it.
Yeah, I just want you to see. I hope I can let me see if I can get Johnny Tedesco playing. So get this out of the way.
Yeah, look for it. Take your time. And everybody who's just joining us, we had a lot of informative information in the beginning of this. We kind of got off track, like Santos said, but it's still all good because we're just having a human, organic experience. I like my stuff to be like this. I just like it to flow. We're sharing beautiful music, which is the universal language. I think that if we start singing and dancing to each other more, we would stop having so many fights because everybody loves music and loves to dance.
All right, have a look how good this is. These are my best friends. These are my friends. Okay.
Esta flamenca está loca, que sin haberla hecho nada, que tiene de boca loca. Sin haberla hecho nada, que tiene loca. Que tiene las manos, acá tiene los ríos, que tiene los ríos, que tiene los ríos, que tiene las caras, que tiene los ríos. Quítate de la puerta. Quítate de la puerta. Ay, ay, ay. Por conquista de tus ojos, por conquista de tu cama. Que deja de todo. Por conquista de tus ojos, por conquista de tu cama. Que deja de todo.
If you want to see how good Johnny Tedesco is dancing, oh my God. Johnny Tedesco dancing. Okay. No, Johnny, his brother. Such a sweetheart too. He is so good. Oh, that's nothing. That's nothing. That was boring. No. Let me find him dancing. Okay, Canela Bar. Arte Canela. Arte Canela. Get rid of the bar. All right, where is he dancing? Oh, come on, man. Don't torture us. Let's see how good Richard is. That's not going to cut it. All right, let's go with this. That's Johnny playing the cajon, his brother. And this is him. This is the most amazing concert you'll ever see in flamenco. Arte Canela are the best in the world. In the world. They are Led Zeppelin. They create magic. Did you see him? Did you see Johnny flying across the floor when he was doing that really rapid stuff?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I've been there thousands of times seeing him do that, and it always sends shivers up my spine. These guys create magic like Led Zeppelin.
Cuando se va a la ay, mi barquilla marinera va, pues que el farol de la bahía baila.
Okay, I want to see where Johnny's dancing because this will rip the frickin'. You'll see the greatest dancer in probably flamenco history. If we can find him dancing, yes, yes, he does. Oh my God, oh my God. This is amazing.
Hay espera muy grande, yo está muy grande, hay que la noche conmigo se acuesta. Gracias, hay que verlo, que conmigo se acuerda de la vaca.
He's so handsome. I used to say to him, Johnny, in my next incarnation, I pray to God that I can be as good looking as you. And he'd say to me with that Cancerian, sensitive, feminine smile, he would say, look straight in my eye and says, Santos, you're pretty good looking too, brother. Don't worry, you're all right. They're both very handsome.
Yo hablo
Just notice that Michael Jackson magic about him. Now that's sexy.
Flamenco, I'm telling you, flamenco is definitely one of the sexiest dances and just music and just the whole vibe that you get when you're around that.
All right. All right, guys, this is the last one. You have to see this. I think this is the one. There's many more. You can look for them yourself. Johnny Tedesco, Richard Tedesco, Arte Canela. Canela means cinnamon. It's a cinnamon bar, Canela bar. Mate, that place, I mean, I met my wife there, you know, Hiromi. Here we go. Brace yourselves. Is it loud enough?
Oh, yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, I mean, if you want to make it louder, you can, but it's fine. I can hear it.
Let me connect my my Bose speakers.
Okay.
I want to make it a little bit louder. I want to make it a little bit louder.
Just trying to get it right for y'all, getting the ambience right.
Tell me if it's better.
Battery 100%.
Oh, we can't hear anything.
Is that better?
Si eres más pura que el viento, niña que corre por las calles de Santiago. Eres más pura que el viento, ay, que corre por las calles de Santiago. Y tus ojitos son la herencia del pueblecito gitano, del pueblecito gitano. ¿Qué quieres que tenga? ¿Qué quieres que tenga? Que no tengo frijol, no tengo leña. ¿A que no tengo frijol, no tengo leña? ¿Cómo se puede tener? Ay, ¿cómo se puede tener? La cabecita en la luna, y Dios mío, sobre la tierra los pies. Que la cabecita en la luna, ay, Dios mío, sobre la tierra los pies. ¿A qué quieres que tenga? ¿Qué quieres que tenga? Que yo tengo frijol y no tengo leña. Que yo tengo frijol y no tengo leña. Se han bajado a otro planeta. Hayan bajado a otro planeta. A escuchar a mi amigo Johnny cómo estaba bailando por fiesta. A escuchar a mi amigo Johnny cómo estaba bailando por fiesta. sin estar enfermo, los médicos no me dan. Ay, con la enfermedad que tengo, que si no la puedo aguantar.
This is where he floats. He floats across the stage.
Quiero. Quiero.
You know what else? Oh, sorry, you got the speakers on.
Yeah, no, you go.
Oh, okay. What I also found interesting about flamenco dancing is that it always seems like it's such tight quarters that the band and the dancers are on this like little stage and they do all of this stuff with just such little such little space. Is that a part of it? Is that a part of the experience?
Yeah. This bar could barely occupy like 70 people packed. It's like a hole in the wall. Like New Orleans jazz clubs, little hole here, little hole there.
Yeah.
But I really, really want to show you, Johnny. You've got to see. This is just so. You haven't seen anything yet. You haven't seen shit. You haven't seen anything. It wasn't Johnny, Richard playing. That's not his brother. Unfortunately, that's not Richard. Dang, I could tell it wasn't, up to the peak.
Right.
He's the best. This guy's not the best, but this will be.
I'm not giving him the MJ crown, Santos, but he is a beast at flamenco. I will say that he is a beast.
I'm telling you, there's better ones than this, where he floats across the stage. He floats across the stage. I ain't seen Michael Jackson do that, even in the moon with the moonwalk. I'm telling you, this guy moonwalks. He does six.
I thought the one video that you showed with him moving like that across the stage, and you told me it was boring, it was nothing. You had something better. I could see what he was just in that brief moment. See, you don't know this, but I'm a former ballerina, so like I know when I can see when people are dancers. I can see that. But I gotta tell you, Santos, I had a blast tonight. We had so much fun. We talked about serious shit. We played. We chilled out and listened to some music. I hope you all appreciated that. Learn not to take everything so seriously, but understand that music is a part of our life. Music is a part of our culture. Music is the one thing that we have in this life that we can all come together and just love and feel, no matter if it's in a different language or anything. We love music. It doesn't matter. So, with that said, Santos, do you have any closing words? We're going to be back, guys. We're going to do more stuff. I'm going to make sure Santos does more and more stuff so he can get in the habit. So when he does his Patreon, he'll be kind of acclimated to, showing up on a more repetition, So, Santos, how you want to close this out, brother?
Good night. I'm tired.
That's a good way. All right, guys, I'm tired too. Thank you guys so much. Please like, share, and subscribe to Santos's new YouTube channel, Syncretism. Please sign up for his Patreon. It is free. It is free. You do not have to pay. Okay? So please, please, please subscribe, share, and stay blessed, hydrated, sun gaze, moon gaze, and we love you guys. Can you dig it?